As the world was left in despair after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, question is, are lawsuits now on the way?
It's heart-wrenching,
Reality is sinking in, and now people like Abdullah are looking for answers.
It's 2024. There's things we should be able to avoid at this point, especially with all the given technology.
So we know this bridge collapse is very tragic, and a lot of us were, just in shock when it happened. And now I think people are processing it and have some questions. I know a big one is, why is the federal government, i.e. taxpayers, footing the bill on this to, rebuild the bridge and have this cleanup when in fact we know there are other parties that could be at fault, including the possibility of the vessel that hit the bridge.
And there's going to be a lot of investigations. Right now it's preliminary, so that is where we're looking at, but it does lead to, there probably is some negligence based upon early investigations on the Dali owner of the boat. What is that going to lead to?
Gwen-Marie Davis Hicks is an attorney who specializes in bodily injury cases, just as the one unfolding in Baltimore.
I know a lot of families have been impacted by this, especially the actual workers who were injured and the ones who have passed. Do you foresee the families filing suit over this?
Absolutely. There will be lawsuits. They'll dig deep to figure out here who was at fault, because someone's life was definitely lost. Several lives were lost from a boat collision that collapsed the Key Bridge that could have been prevented. It could have been avoided.
The federal government should just keep their mouth shut for the time being. It's all political. We got an election coming up, and Biden's going to be a hero. Oh, we're going to pay for it.
Bill Stewart, former president of the Association of Shipbrokers and Agents, says while it's unlikely all parties are insured, he believes lawsuits will continue for years. While the foreign vessel Dali hit the bridge, he says the structure itself is also outdated.
When this thing was built, going on 50 years ago, when it was designed 50 years ago, the ships weren't anywhere this size.
And while businesses are impacted and people are out of work, the governor of Maryland proposes a solution.
Small businesses affected by the disaster can now apply for disaster loan assistance from the federal government, and these are low-interest loans up to $2 million.
Some question if businesses should have to pay at all, let alone interest, when insurance claims will be rolling in when the investigation is complete.
We reached out to the Small Business Administration who is providing the loans, and we were unable to get an exact number of the interest that small business owners would pay. I'm Natasha Sweet for Washington Examiner.